In this lecture, I would like to talk about the basic usage and functionality of Zoom.us. Zoom.us is a reliable software for web media or webinar, and I am using it for my online sessions. So to get it, you can log into Zoom.us, and then you can download the launcher, and you can host some meeting if you have that. And so right here, if you want to download the Zoom.us launcher, you can download Zoom client, and then there's a software will be installed, and you should have a client like this. You click it, and then it will show up, and you can start your session. And right here, let's assume that you don't have account, and I use my account to launch it. And I have something that I can set up for group and meeting, those kind of things. But here, I will just talk about how to host a session, and then also how to use it to share your screen and your whiteboard. So here, let's get started. So if I click this one to host a meeting and with video on, and then I have this Zoom control panel, I will minimize it, and then my head is show up, and then I will say share screen with my desktop, and I will have my head. So let me move my head down to here, and then I can get started for my session. Because I shared it with desktop, so that screen will be shown on all the client side who is using the Zoom.us client and with proper login ID and meeting ID. They will all be able to see the screen I have right here. And if I want to share my whiteboard, I can click this one and then share screen with whiteboard. Then the whiteboard will show up, and the student will only see this whiteboard. So right here, let me show you some whiteboard features. So in the future, if some student need to share their screen with whiteboard, they will be able to do it. So now let me use this stick pen. This one, you click draw and then click stick pen, you will get a pen. So I can say x equals y plus 1. I will show on the student's screen, all students using this share by whiteboard, and I will be able to see it. So now, if you want to change color, you can change to black one, and you say y equals x plus 1. And same thing, it will be shown. So there are several colors you can do, and they are different line widths. So usually you can choose 2, and then let me try it. Okay, so let me try this thin one, and then let me choose this one. So this one becomes thicker. It will become thicker if you use this thin one, and I set to the thinnest one. I will have the thinnest later if I just write it using my touch panel. And then if I set to the thickest one, and then I can have this thin one, it will become thicker. As you can see, this one is a solid color, and if I choose this thick one, it will actually be a transparent color. Okay, so two are different. So the lower one is transparent but thicker, and the upper one is actually thinner but solid color. So right here, let me actually try different thing. You can have a font. So say if I want to actually write some word, use the font, and then I use this word, I type. So that would change the font. So if I choose color for the font, it will become like something like this. Okay, I can also choose the size. If I use 72, become bigger. And then you can also choose a certain area, and then I try to actually move it. Yeah, I can move the whole item in different area that you actually can do. And then if I use eraser, I can pick some item and then erase those items. Those are erasers function. And if I want to clear the whole whiteboard, I just click here and close all drawings. And then if I need to do something not on the whiteboard and drawing part, I click this one. You will actually finish that and I can do something else. So right here, let me choose new share by desktop. So on this desktop, I have this, and I can show some course material. Say I'm teaching the chapter 1, and right here I can actually try to write something. I choose the thin one with solid color, so I can actually do here, write something on it. Okay, this is the sharing function, and it actually is on top of the page, so I can actually clean it and it won't hurt your page. And if you want to have the transparent color, this is transparent color. So sometimes I like to use this transparent color setting to a bigger font, but you can choose a smaller font, smaller line width, and then you can write something on top of the website that you want to show. So that's something that you can set up. So this is the feature of using your presenter and whiteboard, and actually you can set the spotlight so you can present your data using the spotlight. Okay, and then after that you can scroll down your page, and this is the feature for that. And to use your Zoom.us, if I click mute, there will be no sound. If I click this stop video, there will be no video, but the screen actually will be shown. Video is actually for the video camera. If I click it and my head come back and click this, it will be unmuted. So, and I can also pause sharing if I need to do something else. I don't want other people to see it, and then I can resume it. Okay, and right here on the right hand side for the more, you can do chatting. Say you can type to everybody else. I am here. Okay, and you can also record whatever session you have on your own computer or record it to the cloud. Okay, so these are the basic functions, and sometimes you may need to adjust your audio to choose whether from phone call or from your computer audio. And also you can also set a video setting by clicking the video, and you can put a virtual background, so that would have a background on top of it, but usually I set to none. Okay, so these are the basic functions for using the Zoom.us, and sometimes you can also use the invite to invite a certain person to join the session you have. So these are the basic functions, and this part you can copy and paste to some Facebook for them to join your session. So that's the basic function for Zoom.us. This concludes this session. Thank you. Bye now.